There's a fly in this room. Dang, I finally get ready and sit down to film and there's a fly. It's gonna bother me the entire time. Let's just try to move on. So what's up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. It's probably one of the most pointless videos on the internet because I'm just gonna be talking about things that inmates do with coffee. So, you know, hella random, kind of pointless. It's for entertainment purposes only. Don't try this at home because ew. And before we get started, I just have to say this every single time. My OGs are gonna be like, girl, stop. But there's always one. So I'm not glorifying prison. I'm not bragging and saying like, hey, look at me, I'm so cool, I went to prison. Like, no, there's nothing cool about prison. But in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 things that inmates do with coffee that are so weird that I've seen in every state, in every jail or prison I have ever been to. Like, I even saw this one time when I was in Kentucky for 3 days. I spent 3 days in Kentucky. I actually went to jail under someone else's name and I got bonded out under that person's name. Story for another time, but I've seen it all over the place and it's kind of weird and it's kind of gross. But before we get into it, another little thing here. I fell down a YouTube rabbit hole and I just have to shout these 2 people out because I mean, they're so different too. That's the cool thing I like about YouTube is like you'll find all these different creators and like, I don't know, but I'm obsessed with these 2 people. The first one, he's very well known and he's been around for a long time. His name is CG Kid. I have watched so many of his videos and let me just tell you guys, the first video I saw of his was a long time ago and the title was, what does crystal meth feel like? And I'm like, I probably don't need to watch this video. Like, I don't need it to trigger me. I don't need it to be like, whatever. Like, let me scroll past that. I think that video today, when I'm filming this video, has 4 million views. It is such a good video, and I saw it again in the thread, and a couple of you were like, hey, do you know who this guy is? And I'm like, wait, that sounds so familiar. And I specifically avoided his videos a long time ago because I'm like, I probably don't need to hear this. So I went back in and I gave it a chance and I watched it and I'm like, wow, like he is so raw, he is so real, he's so transparent, and that kind of openness and honesty is amazing. And seriously, if you're watching, bro, I love you, you're so great, keep doing what you're doing, I know you're helping so many people. So the next person I want to shout out is like so random. Her name is Grunge and Glitter and she is literally so freaking hilarious and so gorgeous and I love her. She does like makeup videos, review videos, just, you know, she's just being her and I love it. So I will leave their channels in the description box of this video. They're both really great, but they're both so different, like I said. So a lot of you are like, well, what do you watch on YouTube? Sometimes I'll just watch like whales jumping out of the water, or I'll watch, oh my God, there's this one guy, shoot, what's his name? Suji or something. He just like paints with acrylic paint and it's mesmerizing and I'll watch that. Like, y'all think I'm watching prison videos? I'm literally watching people acrylic paint or whales jumping out of the water because that's how random my mind is. Okay, but enough blabber. Let's get into today's video. What are the 5 things that inmates do with coffee? If y'all only knew. Well, y'all are about to know. So, coffee is a very important commodity in prison. It is important. It's the only stimulus that inmates get besides Coke. Sometimes they can buy soda on commissary. Like I wasn't part of the they. Sometimes you can buy soda on commissary depending on the facility. County jails, I never saw soda. I only saw soda in prison. But coffee is very important, okay? It's currency. It's a high commodity. Everyone wants coffee. It's just a thing. It's just a thing, okay? You could go into prison or jail not drinking coffee, come out drinking coffee. And inmates will drink coffee all day, every day. Little tired, drink some coffee. Kind of cold, drink some coffee. Bored, let's make coffee. Like literally all day long. The first really gross, really weird thing that I saw people doing with coffee, and I actually first saw this in the county jail. Okay, listen, don't do this, okay? Do not do it. I know it's not gonna sound like a good idea. I know none of you are gonna do this, but like I just feel like I have to say this, like, ew, don't do it. I would see women doing coffee bombs. Like literally my stomach hurts just saying that. So they would take 1 square of toilet paper, put a bunch of coffee, it's instant coffee, put the coffee in there, put it in the toilet paper and swallow it. Like, coffee bomb. Why? What is the purpose of that? Like, to me, that would kill my stomach. Like, oh my God. But for some reason, I feel like they thought they could just get something out of it. Like, Bitch, it's coffee. Like, stop. Put it down. Walk away. Like, ew. Second thing I would see women use coffee for is makeup. So if you crush up the instant coffee, you could use it as eyeshadow. You could do eyebrows with it. You just really crush it up really, really fine. It takes a minute. Someone would mix it with certain things, Vaseline, things like that in the county jail. Now in prison, we were allowed to buy certain little makeup items, and I will be doing a prison makeup video with the makeup that you could buy on commissary. You can actually find all of those products in Walgreens, and I'll do that in a different video. But yeah, they would crush up coffee and use it as makeup. Number 3, women would use coffee as hair dye. So they would crush it up really fine, like I said, put a little water, maybe a little oil, whatever, grease, whatever they mix in. I'm not really sure because I didn't do it, but they would use it as hair dye. So if your roots are coming in, or you're gray, or you're whatever, you'd use the coffee. So I saw that a lot. I would also see Kool-Aid being used for hair dye or makeup or whatever. So they would take these food items in the county jail and convert them into hair dye, makeup, things that they needed. And it was actually really clever. Number 4, y'all, I can't make this up. I would see women snorting coffee. Snorting it like it's cocaine, like snorting it. Like, ugh, why? I don't know why. Like, I don't understand the thought process behind this because, ow, first of all, like, I feel like that would really hurt. Second of all, it's not a drug. You're not getting anything out of it. It's freaking instant coffee. Like, you're not getting high from this. But I would see women snorting coffee and they would think it's funny. Like, they would think it's funny, or they would like bet like, oh, I bet you can't do this much or that much. And I'm just like, I'm gonna go back to the non-weirdo part of the jail. Like, I'm gonna get away from this crowd because they're not playing with a full deck. You know what I mean? That was just like the grossest thing I've ever seen, was snorting coffee. Like, I understand. I would see inmates tonguing their meds and then going back to their cell, crushing up and snorting a pill. That made sense to me. Snorting coffee, like, ow, like, why would you do that? It just grossed me out. It was even worse than watching people do coffee bombs. Like, ugh, nasty, disgusting. You nasty, stop it. And the 5th thing, coffee is money, you guys. Commissary is currency in prison, and coffee is at the top of the list of commissary. Everyone wants coffee. If you still have coffee on commissary day, you good. Like, you've got that paper, bro. So coffee is really, really important to inmates, like I said, and there's still a fly in here. Coffee is really important to inmates. It's really important. Like, I can't even stress it enough. You'd think like, oh, it's just coffee, but like, nope. It's a lifestyle. It's a religion. Like, coffee is important, you guys. I'm not even making this up. So coffee would be currency. And there'd always be like, do you ever see Half Bake? There's always a scavenger smoker. There's always a scavenger coffee person. Like, there's always a person that's like, they see you with your coffee out and they're like, they come over with their cup. It's usually dirty and their plastic spoon and they're like, hey, can I get a cup of coffee? Like, there's always the scavenger drinker of coffee. And I swear to God, you have to like get in your trunk or get in your locker, and like, especially if it's like commissary day, you know what I mean? Or the day before commissary where like no one has anything and like they're waiting to go to store. So you like have your cup and you're just like, please don't make a sound. Like, it's instant coffee, right? You have to put it in the cup and like kind of makes a little thing and you're like, please no one hear it. And then by the time you close your trunk or close your locker and you turn around, there's a scavenger drinker, like bam, right there. Like, they know you have your coffee out. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's just one scoop. Like, can I just get a scoop? No, you can't just get a scoop. This is not college. This is not camp. It's not summer camp. Like, this is my shit. You know, you can't have it. We don't share. Like, I'm not giving you my coffee, one, because you're never gonna give me a cup of coffee back. And I'm probably not gonna go ask for it, right? So I was the kind of person that if I didn't have anything, I'm quiet. I'm not gonna ask you for your stuff because I didn't like when people ask me for my stuff. I mean, it's different if we're friends, but like, we're not friends. Part of prison is being surrounded by people that you do not want to hang out with. It's just part of it, you guys. And a lot of times there would be people like, let me get a cup of coffee. And they'd get mad when you tell them no, but it's more important to just say no and stand up for yourself and not be taken advantage of, because that one cup of coffee is gonna lead to 10 cups of coffee, 20 cups of coffee, 3 soups. Like, it's just a spiral. So it was just easier for me, especially if you were not someone I associated with. Now, I would take care of my homies, but if you were not someone that I associated with, it's a hard no. it is a no. That way other people know you can't just come over here and take my stuff. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to hear more like really weird things that people do in prison, let me know in the comment section down below. I know this video is kind of pointless, but it's just part of it. Like, coffee's a big deal in prison, and I had to make this video because I'm a coffee lover. All right, you guys, have a really good day. Stay safe, stay sober, don't break the law, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.